It's Translation, powered by Translation Media. I'm your host, Nick Beam, two of my co-hosts.
I'm Kurt Blair. What's going on, good people? How y'all doing today, man? Peace and love to all y'all. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode. We here to talk about this man, 50 Cent.
Yeah, buddy. Diabolical.
Diabolical, man. 50, I'm gonna give you your flowers, dog, because, like, you a menace.
If y'all try to figure out what we talking about this Diddy documentary that is, I believe, is number one on the streaming platform.
Number one on streaming
or Netflix or whatever.
It's number one on being talked about. And I could just legitimately call this black on black crap.
Black on black crime is crazy work. Hey, I mean, listen, y'all talking about it, so we gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna hit.
I mean, it's really simple. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily like to condone, the gossip, but it's not even gossip at this point, right? Like, cause it starts in the tabloids. You might hear a couple, interviews from the artists, and it's like, oh, I wonder what happened with this. I wonder what happened with that. No, it's a documentary, so it's fair game to talk about.
It's fair game to talk about.
It's fair game.
It's documented. This man that went to court. This man then been on video beating his girlfriend Cassie up. And you just have all these stories, and it feels like a conspiracy theory when you go down this rabbit hole with Diddy.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some like conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it feels like it's some conspiracy theories, but it's a thing called coincidence. It's like, how many different things are coming into coincidence with this man?
Right.
And 50 just said, man, the man wanted to take him shopping.
I mean, hey look, that if that's
even out there ever since for that man.
I don't know how people have not seen that clip of 50 talking about Diddy trying to take him shopping.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, I believe it's on Breakfast Club. And I say, take some time out today if you doom scrolling, go ahead and switch over and watch that interview, because that shit is hilarious. But I feel man, listen, first and foremost, I do not condone, nor do we condone DV. We don't condone SA. And we're okay with the rainbow community, the alphabet community, right? Yeah. So nothing we're going to say here is going to be a situation where like, oh man, Kurt and Nick, man, they're cool guys, but they're a little insensitive about the subject matter, right?
No, what you are, stand on. That's
that's
your chance.
But here's the thing, man, not everybody is gay.
No.
So like you insulting 50's manhood. Let's just say based off of what the allegations are, right? We take a lot of stuff 50 say and we laugh at it. It's shits and giggles literally. But there's been a bunch of stories that are questionable that were just hearsay and mythical, and now it kind of comes to light in this 4-part series. And it really makes you wonder, like you said, it takes you down this rabbit hole. It's an unfortunate rabbit hole. I love rabbit holes. I love rabbit holes. Anybody that knows me knows that.
Yep.
But I don't know if I'm overly excited about this rabbit hole, because this is the equivalent of telling a kid Santa doesn't exist.
Why? Because Diddy was such an icon?
Yeah, I mean, what
mess up his allure?
Well, if you listen to some of the just listen to Making It the Band, the guys from Making It the Band, a lot of them just wanted to get put on. And the bigger picture to me is how the industry, not everybody in the industry, but the ones that have been accused, the accusations, if they are true, right? The ones that are taking advantage and preying on people that just want to make it. Yeah, they just want to utilize their talents. They want to get out here and make it. Now, granted,
so not only Diddy. I mean, we go put other people in that category.
Oh, absolutely.
Weinstein. Shoot, they said Clive Travis is something.
Clive Davis.
Yep. Yeah, Clive Davis got some of that stuff, and who else is involved in some of that?
It's a laundry list.
Yeah, so like
Nickelodeon.
Why the
execs?
Do the gatekeepers need to sodomize you in order to put you through the initiation or have a sort? That's like, why does it have to have so many forced sexual assaults or anything else like that for you to be a part of that music industry? Why do the gatekeepers have to do that type of stuff?
So, from my understanding,
from what the wise tell us,
from the urban legends, from the alleged ideas, right? Alleged ideas, because I don't know.
I mean, I definitely don't know. All this stuff is speculation.
Yeah, speculation. So, because we're not sitting here with the case in front of us and facts, and don't go fact checking what Nick said, Beam said this, Kurt said that.
But most stuff, when they take it to court, it's thrown out because they were drugged.
So, because that's the thing is what exactly is like, okay, so the thing about court
Right.
is they're there on what they're being tried on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are there for sexual assault, let's just use this as an example, but you have money laundering, right? Like, unless those things coincide with one another, just as an example, unless they coincide, something gets thrown out because that doesn't matter to that case.
Right.
If it matters to the case and it moves to the essays or the DVs or whatever is going on with the case, then that's when those things can be brought in. But that's how they dismiss stuff in court, because it's like that doesn't have anything that's irrelevant to this. Yeah. We're focusing on this, so we try them on this, then we got a case. If they correlate, then then it can be tried. But anyway, the biggest thing is when you look at the whole picture, there's things that I'm like, like the oil, the baby oil. So first of all, that blew me because when they first dropped the case, when the bomb dropped and was Diddy's accused of this, that, and the third, and they seized baby oil. It was just cases of baby oil. I'm like, why does this man need baby oil?
Bottles and bottles of baby oil. Man, this is how messy was the rooms they was in.
Man. Well, now that I know what was in the baby oil, I'm not touching the baby oil. But now I understood.
Yeah.
He had
drugs,
G in there, GHB.
Yeah.
So if anybody that doesn't know what GHB is the key ingredient to date rape. So there's one part where, and I'm not laughing at people that were harmed. I'm just laughing at this baby oil scenario because he busted the room you need more baby oil.
The humor comes from the allure of just seeing this.
Yeah,
you didn't imagine this at this point. Like, why? This is a room full of baby oil. Everybody just in there shining and glistening.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what you use your imagination and such to know that,
and your brain gone because you're drugged at this point in time. And
you're not dreaming.
Everybody's in there loopy.
You drug, but the thing is you drug not by ingesting it orally. You drug by absorbing your skin. That's next level. That is elite level shit.
I don't even like doing this word diabolical.
Diabolical is one of my favorite words. Diabolical. The reason why I like diabolical, not because it's a trending word, but because diabolical was used in like the old villain cartoons. So every time I hear diabolical, I think like G.I. Joe or like some old villain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, like he was on another level, and like it just sucks because I feel like it's a system of control. Well, not I feel like the message that is being received about what the industry, the gatekeepers in the industry are doing is having this system of control. I have power over you. I can control you. And it starts with SA. It starts with, they call it grooming. You get groomed into, some type of sexual assault.
And you think about all those artists that they brought in, everybody's in their teens and their 20s.
Oh, yeah.
And 18. I mean, some of them even younger. You got to think about some of the younger ones that came in. I think Cassidy was 16 when she was.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
And everything else like that. And Diddy probably got it right before I think she turned 18. And that man definitely grown dark. He put her on a 10-year contract.
Yeah.
And she came out with no album.
Yeah, and she left Ryan. And then the trending thing that I took from it is like, yo, this dude's obsession with other people's women.
Woo.
Like everybody you messing with somebody else's woman in the proximity of people you working with.
Man,
that's crazy work, man.
He would go to no limits to get your girl.
Yeah, you know what I think? You know what I equate this to? I was that straight up.
You say Mr. Steal Your Girl?
Mr. Steal, you Mr. Your Girl for real.
That's like Diddy was really Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I truly believe, this is what I believe. I look back, and this is me somewhat humanizing him a little bit.
I can't even do it no more.
Well, I'm saying that the humanization is like, because some say he was groomed by his mom in the beginning. And grooming is a very great word. That can have multiple meanings. But when I look at the way I'm trying to use the word groom is how he's being raised up, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like that. So he lost his dad, and she was throwing minks and furs on him and dressing him up. I had this like she was kind of shaping him up to be this person, this persona,
Yeah.
young, which is cool. That's cool.
Right.
I'm not mad at that. But knowing kids, anybody that has kids, been around kids can be spoiled. At one point, I was spoiled, but I wasn't a brat, right? And how spoiled I was, I just tell you. Don't know. I tell you. I'm at a friend of mine's birthday party. This is my mom's friend's daughter's birthday party. We were friends growing up. And all I remember, I seen the picture, which gives me a vague memory of this moment. But this is, I'm gonna circle back to the point. This girl is getting pinned money for her birthday, and I threw a fit because I wasn't getting pinned money. And to shut me up, somebody paid me like $1, right? And so my mom might have this picture somewhere in the photo album at home.
Yeah.
But there's a picture somewhere of me standing next to my then friend with money on my shirt like it's my birthday. Like that's next level.
The light had to be on you.
Yeah, that had to shine.
Yeah, the main character said that.
Then I calmed down a lot since then, but
no, there's a lot of grown people that got the main character syndrome.
So here we out. So with Puff Daddy or P Diddy, whatever you want to call him, Love, whatever. He was receiving so much attention because I think he's the only child. Yeah. So think about this. He's the only child. He's getting all this attention, and you look at he wasn't the most attractive guy coming up. It wasn't like he was a pretty boy. It wasn't like, yeah. So like now you got somebody that's spoiled.
He ain't like the light-skinned Don, you know what I'm saying?
So he's growing up getting his way.
Right.
He gets everything he wants.
Yeah.
And the moment he gets older, reality sets in. And the women ain't checking for him like that.
Yeah.
So now he's determined. Not only he's got this determination to be successful and be an icon, he sees who he wants to be like, but he also sees what he wants.
He wants to be greater than him.
Yeah, he wants to be greater. He wants to conquer.
Yes.
So I feel like all of these ingredients, this is the humanization I was talking about.
Okay.
I feel like all this is the ingredients of what is perceived to be this monster that we got in, his persona of who he is today. And
I just wonder why he a little ass nigga. I don't know why ain't nobody slap the shit out of his ass. Like Eric Sermon got in the car.
That was weird. So he swung on you, then he told you to come listen to the track. And I listen. Kurt, you swing on me, I'm going home, bro. You got to call me and apologize. You got to be like, hey, Beam, man, you know what? Man, I was tripping. I had a little bit to drink the night before. Nah. Hey, but come by the studio, man, and come listen to this. Travels out here.
As soon as he punched me, I'm rolling his arm up in that window.
Listen.
And I'm dragging his ass down my fucking street.
How do you go from the swing and then go into the,
go listen to it? That story had to be different. It had to be 2 different days.
You know what I think? I think some information was omitted.
Man, because you can't cut to say he reached in and hit me while Shorty in the car.
I thought he swung on him. He actually connected.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But even if he swung on him,
I have to go back and watch.
Something got to move. I'm getting out the car. Yeah, you got it. Somebody just swing on me when I was an old man in traffic back in Chicago. I got out and beat the brakes off some ass. That's what happened. By the time I was dating my daughter's mom, I went home and told her. She was like, you always fighting. I was just like, no, I'm not. I don't start nothing.
Right.
I finish it.
Right.
So like it happened. Dude got out the car. Legit. All right, since you told the story, I'm gonna tell my little story.
Go ahead. I was just talking about sports. I know about sports.
Driving to the house after work. No, go. I'm saying everything. Dude he was driving slow, so I passed him. It is what it is. I passed him.
Yeah.
He decides to pass me back. I don't care. So yeah, pass me back. I don't care what you have going on in your traffic life. So needless to say, now he's like antagonizing me in traffic. I'm trying to play it low. So, whatever, do your thing, blah, blah, blah. And this is a long road. It's kind of like a back street on the way to my house back in Bolingbrook. So then I was on the way back, and then we get to a light. He hops out the car and says, what the fuck is wrong with you? I said, man, oh, man, get back in the car, man. He legit comes over to me when my window's down and, like, pokes me in my chest. I get out the car, and he had glasses on. I said, motherfucker, who you fucking with? I flicked his glasses off, and he kind of like swung. That shit was in slow motion. I was like, this dude got the gall to swing on me.
Mm-hmm.
3 hits later, he was laid out. He was like that.
Laid him out. You done got back in the
Later on the other side of the track, I seen that. I was like, I don't care.
Right.
Like, I'm back in my car. I went to the crib.
Right.
I was like, dude, it had to be like 55, 60.
Well, I mean,
Why though?
what that? Yeah, that.
Why try me?
I can see if he was 70 or something.
What that this big 70?
I mean, no, I I'm saying 55, 60, you still can get swung on. That's what I'm saying. 55, 68. I'm thinking about 50 right now, and I'm like, that just means I got to go make sure my hands are straight. This case, the yellow will pull up on.
I mean, you got to tell me the rest of the story. You had to have done something to him besides
microwave.
Hopped in the car, listen to the
because that's what he was saying. Like the way Eric Sermon's disposition is like he could have really got at him, but didn't. And I'm like, well, what stopped you?
What stopped?
But something stopped.
From New York, right? He got a little street in it. He part of EMD.
Yeah.
EPMD was like a little, they had the rugged look when it came to rapping and everything else like that. But like, man, slap that nigga, man.
Well, so this the other
part of it got to pay back though. He'll pay. He's the addictive dude.
Diddy's dad used to work with Frank Lucas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, they basically painted this persona that he was kind of coming from a made circumstances. The daddy was connected to a drug kingpin, so there was some ties there.
So yeah, he was there.
That's what it sounded like.
Okay,
but it was an interesting documentary, man, and really I felt like they could go more than 4 episodes.
Because after everything that went on with Diddy, I'm just like, and nobody has tried to beat that nigga ass. Nobody. I mean, J. Cole hit him.
Yeah, I don't think all was forgiven on that too.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Him and Drake got into it too.
I don't know. Him and Drake did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Drake, that got swept under the rug, but him and Drake got into it down at Miami and Lear.
Okay.
I think I was in Miami when it happened too. I didn't see it, but
I mean, the whole timeline of stories of that man is so many coincidences when it's tied to certain relationships, people dying, people getting sick, and everything else like that. This man has been
tied to too much shit.
Tied to so much shit,
but they can't pin it directly on him.
And I think they can, but I think when you got certain powers that be, like I think they're good at sweeping things under the rug. It's kind of like Donald Trump and working with the media. Once you get to control of the media, like you can sway people's opinions and you can sweep things under the rug.
Right.
I know, like when they were talking about the court case when he was doing it, like he had a PR team that was outside legit talking to social media platforms, telling them, hey, this is what's going on. This is what she said. Oh, he can't be guilty because of this.
Right.
Oh, it can't be a racketeering or what's the other charge they got? It wasn't the king.
Laundering, racketeering.
It wasn't the kingpin charge, was it? A RICO.
It was RICO.
Yeah, it was RICO.
You can't shake a RICO from one of them. Yeah, you can't get away from a RICO. Once you get a RICO tag to you, it's a wrap. From what I heard.
Right.
But I was gonna say, I think it's tough, man. It's a rabbit hole.
It definitely is.
It's a rabbit hole because my biggest thing and takeaway was, okay, you call him out. We said this about the sports gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who else? You're not calling out the others. There's always a fall guy.
Right.
I don't excuse any of the things that have happened that are true.
Right.
That happened with Diddy. I don't know any of this stuff. This is just me observing,
the documentary.
The documentary,
right.
The rumors too.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stuff for a very long time.
So all our opinions are based on rumors and
just based off of what we see online. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
Personally, I actually have heard rumors.
I've heard rumors.
Yeah, I've heard rumors, but I've also heard rumors about a lot of people in the industry, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, and I mean, again, what you do in the bedroom is your own business, though. Like, I've never been one to be like, so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so doing that. It only gets tricky when you start to add in the acronyms of BV and SA. I've already said them already. I feel like people on camera have went away from actually saying the actual words.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've noticed that, like, people are like, oh, DVSA, like, I don't know if those are trigger words or whatever, but...
It might be trigger words to people that went, you got to show...
That have gone through it, yes, that part. Yeah, so, with all due respects and understanding how people are feeling about this situation, like, it was messed up. I think that the kid finding out Santa isn't real part is if he has ties to Biggie and Pac's murder. and it looks that way, right? And that's the part, because these are our heroes we grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these guys went early, you know, and we don't know who they would be today.
My favorite, Black Rob. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you got.
I mean, he got sick, but they said they took away his health insurance. Like, you're a $1 billion empire, $100 million empire.
I mean, that's the same guy that made Biggie pay for his funeral when he was like, it
That's
like
supposed to be your brother, your guy, but you on stage dancing.
yeah. And you know what's crazy? I was at that concert when it because I was a big.
It felt like a great tribute until you see
It was an amazing tribute until this came out.
And then Faith said talking about she didn't even want to sing, and he forced her to sing. Talking about this is my moment.
This was an amazing performance. Firsthand, I saw it, and until I watched this, I was hurt.
Yeah,
because I was listening to Ready to Die. I was just to a lot of Bad Boy. I was just to Pac too.
Yeah.
I was big on Pac too.
Definitely.
You know, that
both of them.
That was a great time for me.
They was both getting hella spins and market.
Yeah, same.
Like,
so to see him go, I never compared the two. Now I hate the who's better, Pac or Biggie.
It's never really been like that in music, period. Though. I mean, it's people that always want to do a comparison about goats and everything, and that. Like, I'm just like, I like to listen to the music. I don't really like to compare. This artist is great in their own right. They're artists.
Yeah,
it's like you don't need to compare Picasso to Basquiat.
Yeah,
we don't. They're great in their own right, and they have their own body of work.
I agree.
So it's really like only person I compare, like I do comparisons, is Mike and Kobe. I don't even put LeBron in that category.
Yeah, Mike is Kobe because Kobe is a carbon copy of Mike.
Exactly,
but Biggie and Pac are not the same artists.
No, they're not.
You know, Pac was a savant, man. Like, Pac was a revolutionary. Pac had all the key components, and his charisma came naturally.
For sure.
You know, and you could just tell. You could see it. Look at him on Juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a villain on Juice, but he was likable.
He was an artist in his own right. Yeah, art schools.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Thespian, like his resume is extensive.
Biggie came from School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, Biggie's lyrical.
Yeah,
like that's just they two different artists, man. So kill that narrative.
There's no need to even compare them two.
No, I'm not.
I don't really like to compare anybody when it comes to that musically, lyrically, anyway. Even like, you know, with the Kendrick and Drake stuff. They two different artists. Two different artists. And they both make great music. And Drake has a body of work that is second to maybe none.
I think Drake's only pitfall in this situation, and maybe that's another episode for another day, is I look at Drake as a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about Drake, the idea of Drake being a rock star is Drake, so all of the greats have said, and if you just look at like the credits, you got composers, you got engineers, you might have writers, right? R&B artists have writers. Singers have writers in general.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to the type of music Drake was putting out, if he did have contributors, there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion, because he's the finished product. He's the hit product.
Exactly.
So if you're feeding the system, even as a writer, you're going to eat as long as they're taking care of you. It's going to come back. I'm going to circle back to the P. Diddy thing because this is relevant.
Mm-hmm.
When you start stepping into the realm of the gladiator space, that's his pitfall. You stepped into the gladiator space with some real gladiators. And they're like, oh, I'm going to do my homework on you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to destroy you.
Yeah.
More than you can destroy me.
Yeah.
And I think that's where he went wrong. He should have stayed in that rock star. And I'm not pigeonholing him into one thing. He just had a really nice lane that he could have just rolled off in the sunset.
I think he held his own in that capacity. I think that's just
he held his own with one. No, he had his own with. I give it. He had his own with Kendrick, but we know who won that. We know who won that.
I think they won it off opinion. I don't really base it off of like even the songs. To me, in my opinion, it's
all subjective.
So like in my opinion, I think it was an equal. They did a good sparring match.
I think it's subjective. I feel
like Ether with Jay-Z, I think Ether was a better song out of all of them.
I think that series was I feel different about that.
I mean
Ether but you got the takeover. Jay-Z has had a tenure of responding consistently. Mm-hmm. To a point where, and Nas said, they both I believe said it, but one of the others said that their moms got involved.
Mm.
So moms was like, y'all got to chill.
Yeah.
And that's when they squashed it. But they've been on records together. Like I didn't personally like the feud.
I didn't like
the feud.
I like a friendly fade. I mean,
Yeah.
so like that's what I consider was. It was just a friendly fade, and then it was competition. It's just like it's like Kobe going to Jordan.
But it don't. But the problem with the fade is the fade problem. Part of it is when you start bringing innocent bystanders in.
No, I mean I totally agree on it.
Even if they're not innocent bystanders,
When they start talking about kids and wives and baby mamas and all the other type of stuff, then don't leave kids alone.
Yeah, see,
leave kids out of it.
This is another
leave parental rights out of it.
This is another pitfall Drake fell in because Drake started talking. Drake has a habit of talking about other dudes' chicks.
Yeah, he does.
So that's the problem. Like once you start bringing other people in, you're playing fair. You're not playing fair. You're playing foul.
Diddy did it.
So let's go back to Diddy. So Diddy, the crazy
Diddy was with everybody girl.
Oh yeah, he was obsessed. But the thing about Diddy doesn't like to pay people. Speaking of which,
So I didn't even know Pac had a chick that Diddy had a baby by.
Yeah.
That's just like
Yeah,
that's
so
sure another diabolical.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. Damn, for real. Like that's your all. Hey, look.
Not only do you want to compete with somebody, you want to shoot at somebody. You want to get somebody murked for what they say on the documentary. He was putting money on people's head. Well, then you want to go get one of his chicks pregnant too?
Well, okay. Check this out.
He want to destroy you fully, huh?
Check this out. There's a mutual woman between 50 and Puff.
Yeah.
50's baby mama.
Yeah.
Was dating Puff after. Supposedly. I tell you what.
Sex workers?
No, I wasn't a sex worker.
Oh.
There's a few profiles on social media. I'm not really big on promoting people that aren't in my immediate circle, so I'm gonna leave it alone. If you want to know who this person is, then you can hit us up in the DM or in the comments, and I'll tag the person that I feel is very credible in a lot of the bullshit. Not even just they're a library of everything in entertainment.
Okay.
Even the bullshit.
Okay.
So let me just say that. Not just bullshit, everything. They're very resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly, I don't know, but 50 would get mad every time the said baby mama would ask 50 for something. 50 wouldn't give it to her. And she says, oh, I'm going to just ask Puff. He'll give me whatever I want. So there's always been this friction. There's not just the shopping thing. There's a mutual woman.
No, I mean the woman. That's her attitude.
There's a mutual one. Well, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes there isn't an innocent bystander. There's a guilty bystander.
Yeah, she completely.
But it gets messy, and the problem is, and I ain't gonna start talking about relationships and recycled love interest. I'll just leave it as a neutral point of view and not say women.
That's very articulately spoken.
Hey man, listen, I'm very aware of what's going on.
Very eloquent.
So, mutual love interest, when you start recycling mutual love interest, it gets messy.
Yeah.
And it seems to be a repeated thing that people are getting recycled to a point where these things could happen. And you're messing with 50, who is already known to be
a menace.
Mm-hmm. He's historically a menace. Has he won at every level of menacing? Questionable. But he's most known.
He got the belt.
He's most known for majority of his menacing as a winner.
Yeah.
So now this thing is spilt over into a 4-part series. And when you look at the information, so the cameraman got criticized.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming back to the point that I was bringing up about pay. This footage was released supposedly because the film man didn't get paid. So it became...
He ain't pay nobody.
Yep, it got put up to the highest bidder.
Man, shout out to Lil Rod, man.
Yeah. You said who?
Lil Rod.
Lil Rod, that's funny. So...
Lil Rod went through it.
Yeah, man. So like...
He promised that, man. That's what's going shopping. That's the premise around going shopping. When you're really just setting somebody up and dangling a carrot in front of them to continue to get them to do what you want them to do.
But...
So Diddy had Lil Rod, man, by like... Oh, and Lil Rod explained it out to the perfectly. He told me he was gonna give me $250K. He told me he was gonna give me $1 million house in Miami right next to his and all this other type of stuff. And when you come from nothing, like I guess Lil Rod did, I don't know his financial background.
People are coming.
Most coming from nothing, still coming from nothing. That's what he was giving them, and never paid anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you have. First of all, these people are growing up watching you.
Yeah.
They envy you. They see it. This is the part where it gets. This is another episode, but false idols.
Mm-hmm.
False idols. That term is swept under the rug because we idolize, and I say we. I'm generalizing when I say we. I'm not saying me. I'm not saying Kurt. I'm not saying all of y'all watch. I'm saying some of us. We get caught up in idolizing, and we dismiss the red flags because we want what these people have.
Right.
And they know this, which is where the question you asked about the gatekeeping and the essaying and all the stuff like that, like all these things start to come into play because they're in a place of control and power. So they're like, oh, I have something you want, and you'll do whatever I ask you or tell you to do. And that becomes the fuel to the fire. See, the problem with it is y'all think these people that got all this bread are nice and great people. And what you have to realize, LaRussell had a dope. Have you seen LaRussell's response? LaRussell says, if this is true, LaRussell is a G for this shit. But he went to go see Diddy, I guess before all this hit the fan, and he ended up walking out of there saying, oh, Diddy needs help. He was saying he got a lot of people around him that are just pretty much
enablers.
Yeah, enablers, right? And I take LaRussell's experience in this space as he's a unicorn because he's not really compromising from what we're seeing. He's not really compromising who he is to get to where he at.
For sure.
So, but people are compromising themselves. They're doing any and everything to get to the top for whatever it is they want. So they're idolizing these people. They're allowing people to take advantage of them. And some of them willingly, because let's keep it a buck. Some are willingly.
Oh yeah, definitely some are willingly. But even when it comes down to Cassie, like she was in a millennial relationship, so like it's hard to say you was getting raped when some of these stories are coming out about you and you condoning it and scheduling it and everything else like that. So it may have been some times where it may have been a point where you maybe broke up with him and it was like he may have taken it. But it's honestly, that's because there's a fine line now. Is that really rape or is it now consensual? Because did you finish?
Right.
Did you take the whole thing? I mean, did you what?
Right. There's so many questions that are lost.
So even when even outside of that, but like the manipulation, there has to be some accountability to basically. What was that movie that he was in? I'm mind fucking you.
Oh yeah, Get Him to the Greek. Get Him to the Greek. There is movie.
Did he print out the
based on a true story? Based on a true story.
So like based on a true story, he said, I'm mind fucking you right now.
Yeah.
And so like when you see like stuff like that, Diddy wouldn't been mind fucking motherfuckers for years.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. In a court of law, that has to hold some merit to how you're manipulating. But when he went on trial, this big trial that just happened, what was the trial really about? That wasn't what. Like you said, that wasn't enough that he was on trial. Yeah, the one that people want him to go down for. That's not what he's on trial for.
So that's the problem with stuff like this. This is why I personally stay out of these conversations.
I do too.
I'm not on social media. I'm not on any timeline or feed, like making any comments about any of this shit.
I'm not that do it.
We talking about it on Translation Meeting because I don't either. But it is a topic of conversation, and I think for me personally, I try to make light of current events and things we talk about, and kind of zoom out and give you a bigger picture. So here's my bigger picture in all this. The problem is we're so intertwined in being influenced by media, and we're not understanding what's being put in front of us and digesting that properly.
For sure.
Not everybody, but the masses. The masses are upset at Diddy. They're calling him a monster. Putting GHB in the baby oil, that is illegal. But what if people wanted GNA?
Who's that fool like baby oil manufacturer? Like to have all that? Did he have an assistant? Like, man, you gotta go put
that's
that
what I'm saying. Somebody had to put it in there. So that's what I'm saying. So like, there's people that were
he had somebody that put on his own chain. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's people that were willing and able to be a part of the fun.
Yeah.
In the situation like that, when everybody's consensual, sound like that might be a fun time.
Security guard Gene had to see something.
And I'm saying that for them, right? I'm not saying I'm down for the baby oil and G, experience. I'm saying for whoever is willing and able in that moment, if that's what you into and everybody's consensual, hey man, I don't give a shit what you doing if you slip and slide in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a damn. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but people are like, oh, he did this, he did that, he did this. And it's like, but what is he on trial for?
Yeah.
And if he's on trial for one thing and gets off, you can't be upset. You got to look at what he's actually on trial for.
He wasn't on trial for assault and battery.
That's what I'm saying.
He was on trial.
That's why he got off.
He was on trial with sex trafficking.
That's why Cassie's in trouble.
Yep.
Because she's a part of sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're saying one of the workers, I don't know if this is true. They saying the main guy that was on there talking, the one that said Puff kicked in the door, like, man, you don't got no baby oil on you. He supposedly got Cassie pregnant. She aborted his pregnancy, and
hey Cassie,
and I guess she got I guess she gave him like a STD or something.
I love Cassie.
So look, I'm gonna just keep talking. There's so.
Unbeknownst to all that stuff, there's an innocent picture of views of Cassie before all this.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, she's
that beautiful thing right there.
Yeah, she's an attractive woman, but like, I think the bigger thing is there's something if that alleged situation is true, then it tampers with other things that are going on with the case with Puff.
Oh, of course.
So that's what I'm saying. It's so messy, man.
Oh,
like,
it's definitely messy. But I mean, all of them can go down. Shit, fuck it. Y'all was all fucked up.
Yeah.
Y'all can all go down, honestly.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, I think
if you did the crime, you can do the time.
Yeah, I think personally, people need to get their shit together.
For sure.
They need to stop idolizing these people because there's a lot of people with money that are not all the way together. And money,
100%.
Money. To put it in perspective, if you're addicted to a drug, you're addicted to alcohol, you just have more accessibility to your demons. That's where this is the bigger picture. The money doesn't mean anything. Just because you got money, if you got problems, you need to be circumventing those problems by getting more resources for help versus feeding your demons because you got more accessibility to those demons. Yeah. That's just going to fuel a bigger monster. And that's ultimately what happened and became the demise of this guy. You know what I mean? Because he fueled his demons. You talking about a billionaire that got demons? That's a lot of demons to feed. So I'm looking at it like that. You know, I'm looking at it like we got to really zoom out, understand who we admiring and realizing that these people are, for the most part, humans too.
Moral of the story is, man, don't mess with 50.
Yeah. He's
still say it for real now, but don't enable these people and look at these idolize people that you think is really who, and they have skeletons in their closet. Use some discernment when you're dealing with people and take your time, take a step back to really look at the big picture when you're dealing with people and use this situation, the other situation to properly vet people that you're going into business with and making sure that you're going to be able to be in a good, long-standing, value-added relationship, right, as opposed to somebody just taking something from you and moving on in that capacity.
No, I agree.
No,
I agree. Definitely.
So, man, definitely thank y'all. Let us know in the comments what y'all think about this situation. We could have kept going, but I can't keep talking about this, man, dog. Like,
I gave you as much as I can give you, and that's all the energy I'm gonna give.
Yeah, I can't keep talking about this, man. I could care less about Diddy, honestly. So from that standpoint, man, thank y'all for chiming in. Like, share, subscribe. I'm with my co-host Nick Beam.
That's right. My co-host Blair.
For sure, man. Stay solid, y'all.